this class, I'm going to be teaching you some wonderful exercises to help you increase flexibility in your lower body and move towards the splits. I would recommend that you have a block or two handy as we are going through these poses and to help you when we go into the splits. So when you are ready, grab your mat. We will start over into butterfly pose. Bring the soles of the feet together and pump your knees up and down. Though we will be working just on our front splits today, butterfly is great to wake up the legs a little bit. And then you can come to stillness and slowly fold forward, hinging from your hips first with a straight back, and then rounding as far as you can go, while being mindful and careful of your back. Breathe. And with your next inhale, come on up and extend your legs out in front of you. Going to come into a seated forward fold. So engage your quads, engage your hip flexors, coming as far forward as you can. And then bending maybe into one knee, then the other. Waking up the hamstrings a bit. You can come to stillness and extend the legs as much as you can. With each exhale, go a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, come up to seated and all the way down onto your back. Take your left knee into your chest, pulling it as close in as you can. Maybe pull it a little bit to the outside. Then extend your leg up, holding behind the thigh, the calf, or the ankle. Wherever you are, begin to point and flex your foot. Flowing here a bit, playing with the give and the take. You can come back to stillness. Keeping your foot flexed, pull your leg a little bit closer to your chest. Getting this nice deep stretch. And slowly release your leg back down to the mat. Inhale your right knee into your chest, pulling it as far in as you can, maybe a little bit to the outside. And then extend your leg up, holding behind the thigh, the calf, or the ankle. You can point and flex your foot. Sometimes that little bit of movement allows us to go deeper. And once you're feeling warmed up, come to stillness with your foot flexed and pull your leg closer in towards your chest. And with your next breath, release your leg back down, bringing both knees into your chest, then extending them both up and bringing them overhead into plow pose. If this is within your practice, you can reach back for your feet and roll your body all the way down and come up. Crossing your legs, plant your hands, and step back into plank and downward dog. Walk it out here a little bit, bending into one knee and then the other. You can shift your hips from side to side, really adding as much movement as feels good. And then inhale your left leg up, three-legged dog. Engage through your glute, getting it as high up as you can. Bend your knee and step it forward between your hands. Lower your back knee, untuck your toes. Sink your hips down, getting a nice stretch in your hip flexor. This is a good place to use the blocks if you need a bit of support for your hands. You can also reach your hands up and then bring them to your waist. Wherever you are, really sink your hips down. Breathing into your right hip flexor. And plant your hands. Shift your hips back into half split. This again is a great place to use your blocks to give yourself a little bit more lift. And inhale, come forward, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, sink your hips, lift your chest, slow lunge. Exhale, half split. Keep moving here with your own breath. And the next time you're back in half split, hold it here. Square out your hips. Coming a little bit deeper with each exhale. You can point and flex your foot here, or hold it in stillness. And inhale, come forward, tuck your back toes, and lift your back knee. Keeping your hands planted on the ground, you can shift your hips forward and back. Again, sinking them down so you're feeling a nice stretch. And inhale your left arm up. A nice twist. And plant it back down. Extend your front leg, coming into pyramid pose. You can hop your back foot a little bit closer, and this is a great place to use your blocks if you need more lift. Option to flex your front foot, lifting it off the mat a little bit, and walk your hands towards the back so that your chest is coming down onto your leg as far as possible. And come back down into lunge and step back into plank. Downward dog. Walk it out here a little bit. We're going to take that all over to the other side. So inhale your right leg up as high as you can. Engage through the glute. And bend your right knee and step your foot between your hands. Lowering the back knee, untuck the back toes. You can use your blocks to support your hands, or you can bring your arms up and your hands onto your waist. Again, sinking your hips down to feel the nice stretch in your hip flexor. Really breathe into it. And plant your hands. Shift your hips back, straightening your front knee. You can use your blocks if you need to. And inhale, come forward, low lunge. Lift your chest. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Look up and exhale, half split. Keep moving here with your own breath. And hold your half split. You can use your blocks to come up higher. And try with each breath to go a little bit deeper. You can point and flex your foot. Hold it flexed. With each exhale, releasing any tension. Almost there. And with your next inhale, shift forward. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Hold it here, shifting forward and back and sinking your hips low. You should still be feeling a good stretch in your hip flexor. Then inhale your right hand up. Twisted lunge. And lower your hand back down. Step your back foot forward a bit and straighten your front knee. You can flex your toes up. If you need more lift, use your blocks. If you want to go deeper, walk your hands back towards your back foot, bringing your chest all the way down to your leg. And walk back into low lunge, plank, and downward dog. Walk it out a little bit here. Then you can come to stillness and roll forward, dropping your hips all the way down. Cobra, up dog. Open up through your chest and your back. And press back into downward dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, bend your knee and step it forward between your hands. And lower your back knee. We're going to slowly walk our back foot back and our front foot forward until we are coming down into a split. You can use your block to support you here. This can be a great tool. Also, pillows can come in handy if you are off. If you want to go deeper, sink your hips all the way onto the ground. Wherever you are, breathe into your hips. If you are all the way down, you can reach your hands up. Work on squaring out your hips. Breathe, hold it here. We are almost there. And plant your hands, lifting your hips and walking your feet back towards each other until you are in a lunge pose. Plant your hands and step back into plank, dropping your hips, coming into upward facing dog, And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, bend your knee and plant your foot between your hands. Lower your back knee and walking your feet farther away from each other until you are coming down into a split. Again, you can use your block or pillow, any other prop if your hips are off the ground. This side is a little bit harder for me. Notice if it is easier or harder than the left for you. If you can come all the way down and you're feeling comfortable, you can reach your arms up. Otherwise, just stay here and breathe. This can be uncomfortable to hold, but this is how we improve our flexibility. And if you do this consistently, it will get easier and easier every time. And with your next breath, begin to move your feet in closer towards each other, lifting your hips. Plant your hands and step back into plank. Inhale, upward dog. You can look to your left and your right. And then press it back into downward dog. Lower your knees and sink back into child's pose. Great job. Give your body a well-deserved rest. And with your inhale, come on up to seated. And we're going to end the same way we started, in butterfly pose. Flap your legs up and down, bringing some blood flow back into the legs. And come into a comfortable seated position. Let's take an inhale, bringing our arms wide and up. Exhale, widen down. Inhale, widen up. Exhale, widen down. Inhale, widen up. And exhale, bring your palms to heart center. Thank you for joining me for a wonderful splits and lower body flexibility practice. Namaste.